How was the break, Dave? Did you get a good time to recharge? Is that valuable this time of the year for you?
Yeah, for sure it was good. We spent 2 days out of the city, so it was good to spend some time with my family and enjoy a little bit quiet time.
How did it feel last night to get the goal in your 500th game?
Yeah, it was a good feeling. Of course, 500 games. It's a big thing for me, like coming from the small city Czech in the Czech, so it's huge for me. 500 games, so and able to score in that game, so yeah, it was special.
Does it feel like it's flown by? Like, how does it feel when you look back to your first game to now? Like, does it feel pretty long, or does it feel like it's flown by?
Yeah, it feels like the time's flying pretty fast. Like I remember my first game, and now I have 500, so yeah, it's going pretty fast.
Feels like you guys are building real chemistry with Connor Dewar and Steven Lorentz. What have you enjoyed the most while playing with those guys?
Yeah, I played with Connor like last season a lot of games, so I think we played good last season, and yeah, we last game we played together for the first time this season, so and it's been good. So hopefully we can keep building.
What stood out most about the team this year and their ability, like your guys' ability to block shots, put your body on the line? What stood out most about that?
Yeah, I think we changed a little bit our style. Like we want to play good from defense. Of course, we know we can score a lot of goals. We have great players, but if we keep playing good from defense, we can win more games, I think.
David, Alex Ovechkin is expected to play tonight. When you see his goal chase and how many years he's been playing in the league, what goes through your mind?
Yeah, I mean he's a special player, right? He's scored a lot of goals, and hopefully he can break the record. So yeah, he's a great player, and it's always fun to play against him.
What's the key to defending a player like Alex?
Not let him to shoot, right? He has great shots, so we need to be fast to get him, and not to like let him shoot.
What did you like about the way your team played last night?
I think it was good. Like we had a couple of days off, so of course the games felt a little bit different, but I think we had a good start, and yeah, it was a good game.
How much are you guys watching or paying attention to the World Junior? You probably don't have time to watch, but are people talking about it?
Yeah,
Keeping each other?
we have busy schedule, so it's tough to watch some games, but of course we talk about it, and I follow the Czech team, so I hope they will get to the final, and hopefully I will have chance to watch this game.
Chris, what did you like about the way your team played last night?
Yeah, it's a good start. Obviously, two previous games weren't how we wanted to play, so it was good to get back to our defending well and checking and not giving up a bunch of chances against.
What's the thought process when you're on the ice against Alex Ovechkin?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the second best shooter in ever right now, and potentially in the future we'll have the most goals. So obviously you don't want to give him shots and give him opportunity in the scoring area. So I mean it takes all five guys to help out and have good sticks and know where he is all the time on the ice.
Shots hurt a little more, Chris.
Yeah, they all hurt.
The whole defense really has been blocking shots with all parts of their bodies really recently, and of course McCabe got the stick because it's just another thing of the wear and tear of a season. You get a game like last night where almost everybody gets a bite taken out of them.
Yeah, it's part of hockey, part of winning, and part of 82 games. It's a grind, and you're gonna have nights where guys need to make big blocks like Benny did yesterday and Kaber, and you're gonna get high sticked and get cut or lose teeth. That's what hockey is. So I mean, it's fun when you're winning.
Can you describe like what that's like on the bench? I guess amongst the defensemen there, where that's going on throughout the night, but like everyone battled through it, like they stayed in the fight together.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's contagious for sure when guys are doing it, and I mean we have a really tight group back there, and very positive to each other, and all willing to learn and work off each other. So I mean, I think it's just part of building camaraderie and as going on your journey through 82 games.
The Leafs center dilemma: who can strengthen the roster? If you're a Toronto Maple Leafs fan like me, you know the team's center depth has been a constant concern this season. With Auston Matthews set to return from a mysterious upper body injury next week, the excitement of having our star back is palpable. However, there are still serious issues to address in the center position to keep the team competitive and, of course, fuel our playoff dreams. David Kampf, a key piece in the center rotation, is sidelined with a lower body injury. As if that weren't enough, Kalle Jarnkrok is still recovering from surgery, leaving another gap in the lineup. Max Domi, expected to be a versatile asset, has been placed on injured reserve, further aggravating the situation after missing consecutive practices due to lingering pains. To sum it up, the Leafs are missing 4 functional centers, and the pressure to act is mounting. James Mirtle, a respected Leafs analyst and contributor to The Athletic, highlighted a series of potential trade targets to address this dilemma during his appearance on the J.D. Bunke's podcast. Among the names mentioned, 2 stood out: Nick Jugstad and, for the nostalgic fans, a possible reunion with Ryan O'Reilly. Jugstad seems to be Mirtle's favorite, and for good reason. The player, who signed a 2-year deal with the Utah Hockey Club last offseason, carries a manageable $2.1 million cap hit, which is essential for a team as salary cap-strapped as the Leafs. Additionally, standing at 6 feet 6 inches and weighing 205 pounds, he would bring not only physicality but also consistent offensive contributions. Jugstad is the most viable option for the Leafs right now, Mirtle stated on the podcast. And he's right. Experienced and versatile, Jugstad has played for several teams, including the Florida Panthers, Pittsburgh Penguins, Minnesota Wild, and Edmonton Oilers, and could quickly adapt to the Leafs' dynamic. With an affordable contract and a solid track record, he offers a practical solution without sacrificing too many future assets. However, it's impossible to ignore the possibility of a Ryan O'Reilly return. Yes, we know he chose the Nashville Predators last summer in search of a quieter environment, but the Leafs management still holds him in high regard. The 2019 Stanley Cup winning captain with the St. Louis Blues is precisely the type of player any contender would love to have on their roster. However, the cost of bringing him back would be steep, both in terms of trade assets and cap space adjustments, as Nashville or a third team would need to retain part of his salary. I don't think the O'Reilly scenario is entirely out of reach, Mirtle said, showing that there's optimism within the organization. However, there are doubts about how much it's worth investing in a 33-year-old player, even with his impeccable credentials. Meanwhile, cheaper internal options like Steven Lorentz, Connor Dewar, Pontus Holmberg, and Fraser Minton have been mentioned. But let's be honest, these names might serve as short-term stopgaps, but they're far from offering the stability and impact the team needs. The pressure is all on GM Brad Treliving. He knows that despite the Leafs' solid performance so far, the center position is crucial to sustaining any championship aspirations. With the trade deadline approaching, Treliving has likely intensified his efforts to finalize a deal. And we, the fans, are eagerly awaiting good news. For now, all we can do is trust that the team can weather this tough phase and hope a solution, whether it's Jugstad, O'Reilly, or another name, arrives before things spiral out of control. After all, as we all know, the Leafs don't have the luxury of wasting another season with a promising but incomplete roster. The time to act is now. The Leafs center dilemma, expanding on the potential solutions. The Toronto Maple Leafs, amidst another promising yet tumultuous season, face one of their most pressing challenges, addressing a depleted center lineup that threatens to derail their momentum. While the return of Auston Matthews is a beacon of hope, the broader picture remains dire, requiring urgent action from the front office. With Kampf, Jarnkrok, and Domi sidelined, the team's depth has been stretched thin. The immediate impact is clear on both ends of the ice. Defensively, the Leafs are struggling to suppress opposing top lines without reliable two-way centers. Offensively, puck distribution and power play setups have been less dynamic, as the makeshift lineups lack the same chemistry. This imbalance underscores the necessity for reinforcements. Nick Jugstad, as highlighted by James Mirtle, presents the most realistic trade option. His affordable contract and towering physical presence align perfectly with the Leafs' needs. Beyond his imposing stature, Jugstad brings versatility. He can play both center and wing, a flexibility that would allow head coach Sheldon Keefe to adjust the lineup dynamically. However, acquiring Jugstad isn't without complications. The Utah Hockey Club, formerly the Arizona Coyotes, is currently rebuilding but may still demand a premium return for their experienced forward. The Leafs will likely need to part with a mid-tier prospect or draft pick to make the deal work. With their prospect pool already thin, Treliving faces a tough decision. Another name that excites fans and analysts alike is Ryan O'Reilly. The former Conn Smythe winner and Stanley Cup champion has a proven track record of elevating teams in high-stakes situations. His leadership during his brief stint with Toronto last season left a lasting impression. Yet, the Predators have little incentive to move him unless the offer is overwhelming. Should the Leafs pursue O'Reilly, it would almost certainly require a multi-asset package. A first-round pick and a promising young player like Nick Robertson might need to be part of the conversation. Additionally, Nashville would have to retain salary, a process that often involves a third-party team to facilitate. The logistics are challenging but not insurmountable. Internal options like Pontus Holmberg and Fraser Minten offer short-term relief but lack the experience needed for a deep playoff run. Holmberg has shown flashes of potential, but his limited NHL exposure raises questions about his readiness for a consistent role. Minten, while promising, is still developing and would be better served continuing his growth in the minors. A wild-card option could be exploring European leagues or waiver claims to unearth an overlooked talent. Teams like the Vegas Golden Knights and Colorado Avalanche have found gems in unconventional ways, and the Leafs scouting department may need to cast a wider net to uncover an affordable, immediate solution. Another factor complicating the Leafs' decisions is the looming salary cap crunch. With Matthews' extension set to kick in soon, Toronto must be mindful of every financial commitment. Adding a high-priced center now could limit flexibility during the off-season, forcing Treliving to juggle short-term needs against long-term sustainability. Trade timing will also play a pivotal role. Acting quickly could stabilize the team and prevent further slip-ups in the standings, but it may come at the cost of negotiating leverage. Alternatively, waiting closer to the deadline could yield better deals as selling teams grow more desperate. The risk, however, is enduring several more weeks of uncertainty. Sheldon Keefe's role in navigating this storm can't be overstated. His ability to extract maximum effort from an injury-riddled lineup will be crucial. Keefe has already experimented with unconventional line combinations, but the lack of true centers limits his tactical options. A new acquisition would provide the stability he needs to implement a more structured game plan. The Leafs locker room has remained resilient through adversity, with veterans like John Tavares and Morgan Rielly stepping up as vocal leaders. However, even their efforts may not be enough to overcome the absence of key personnel. Reinforcements are not just a luxury, they're a necessity. For fans, the anxiety is palpable. After years of playoff heartbreak, this season feels like another chapter in the saga of unmet expectations. Yet, there's cautious optimism. The team has shown glimpses of brilliance, and the addition of a solid center could be the missing piece that transforms them from contenders to genuine threats. As the trade rumors swirl, one thing is certain: the next few weeks will be critical in shaping the Leafs season. Whether it's Bjugstad, O'Reilly, or an unexpected name, the decision made by Brad Treliving and his staff could define not just this campaign, but the team's trajectory for years to come. For now, we wait, hopeful that the Leafs will seize the moment and finally deliver on their immense potential. Will the Leafs make their move? As the speculation intensifies, the Leafs fan base is holding its collective breath, waiting for signs of a breakthrough.